The catastrophic awakening, Steamboat Geyser's eruption and Yellowstone's supervolcano unleashed. Yellowstone National Park, a geological wonderland, has long stood as a testament to the raw power of nature. On a frigid morning, as tourists marveled at the towering eruptions of Steamboat Geyser, an unforeseen catastrophe unfolded. The world's tallest active geyser, already notorious for its unpredictable behavior, sent a record-breaking column of scalding water and steam 400 feet into the air. But this was no ordinary eruption. Beneath the surface, a far more ominous event was brewing. Seismic monitors stationed throughout the park began registering unusual tremors just moments after Steamboat's explosion. Scientists at the United States Geological Survey, USGS, watched in alarm as a 5.5 magnitude earthquake struck beneath the notorious geyser basin, the heart of Yellowstone's hydrothermal system. The tremor's epicenter lay dangerously close to the vast magma reservoir lurking beneath the park. For decades, geologists had studied the Yellowstone supervolcano, a colossal underground chamber of molten rock spanning over 55 miles. Though considered dormant, its potential for devastation was never dismissed. As the ground shook violently, fractures opened along the caldera's crust, creating an immediate pathway for pressurized magma to rise. Within minutes, plumes of ash and gas surged from new fissures near the basin. The ground swelled as molten rock pushed upward, triggering geyser eruptions across the park. Old Faithful, Yellowstone's iconic geyser, erupted with an intensity unseen in recorded history. Boiling water gushed from nearby hot springs, while acidic steam vents released toxic sulfur dioxide into the frigid air. Satellite imagery confirmed the worst fears: magma was rapidly ascending from deep within the earth. The pressure reached a critical threshold, and Yellowstone's supervolcano began its long-dreaded eruption. A thunderous explosion rocked the landscape, launching a dense column of ash miles into the atmosphere. The blast was heard as far as Denver, Colorado, as the skies darkened with volcanic debris. The consequences were immediate and devastating. Pyroclastic flows, searing avalanches of molten rock and gas, swept through Yellowstone, incinerating everything in their path. Entire forests were obliterated within seconds, while rivers of lava carved fiery scars across the park. Ashfall blanketed surrounding states, choking cities in a suffocating haze and grounding all air travel across North America. As the hours passed, the devastation expanded. Powerful secondary explosions tore through the landscape, further fracturing the Earth's crust and allowing more magma to escape. Rivers boiled instantly upon contact with molten rock, releasing clouds of superheated steam that scalded anything within miles. The Yellowstone River, once a tranquil waterway teeming with life, was now a churning cauldron of destruction. Emergency alerts blared across the nation as evacuation orders were issued for surrounding states, but for many, it was already too late. Millions scrambled for safety, jamming highways as thick clouds of ash and toxic gases rapidly approached. Hospitals quickly became overwhelmed with patients suffering from severe burns, respiratory distress, and acute exposure to sulfur dioxide poisoning. The eruption triggered a global crisis. Ash clouds circled the planet, blocking sunlight and plunging temperatures worldwide. Crops failed as a volcanic winter loomed, threatening food supplies. Livestock perished, and water sources became contaminated with acidic rain. Scientists likened the event to the Toba supereruption 74,000 years ago, which nearly drove humanity to extinction. The economic toll was staggering. Entire industries collapsed as supply chains crumbled. Major cities on the East Coast struggled to maintain power grids as the atmosphere became increasingly clogged with ash. The global stock market plunged into chaos, with nations rushing to implement emergency food rationing and relief programs. International tensions soared as governments debated how to allocate dwindling resources to their citizens. As rescue operations struggled to reach survivors in the devastated region, the world grappled with the reality of a new era shaped by Yellowstone's fury. Scientists, who had long warned of the supervolcano's potential, now faced the grim aftermath of an event that would reshape civilization. Nations scrambled to devise strategies for surviving the long-term climatic effects, while engineers worked frantically to prevent further collapses of infrastructure buried under tons of volcanic ash. Survivors, covered in layers of dust and debris, emerged from shelters to a world unrecognizable from what they had once known. Roads vanished beneath mountains of ash, lakes turned acidic and lifeless, and wildlife struggled to find any remaining safe havens. The sun, obscured by an ominous haze, cast an eerie twilight over the desolation. The great eruption of Yellowstone had begun, and humanity would never be the same.